This girl learned that she has to fight the most powerful sea god to save her people from destruction. Let's find out if she has a chance to win. Moana is a very beautiful, smart and brave girl, an experienced sailor and a true soul of the ocean. The girl explores the islands located near her home island of Matu Nui. She hopes to meet other peoples connected to the ocean there. The girl always takes her best friends, a cockerel and a pig, with her on her journey. One day, Moana finds a shard of a broken pot on an island. She takes it and returns home on her ship. We see that the village of Matu Nui is flourishing. Many happy families live here, and each person does something important or useful for the island. Adults tell the kids stories about Moana's adventures and her meeting with the demigod Maui. The whole island adores this girl and welcomes her as a real heroine. The local kids really want to be like her. Moana shows her father that and her mysterious find. This pot is definitely not made in their village, which means there are other tribes in the ocean. Moana is met by her younger sister Simia, and they embrace each other. Our heroine also shows her the shard she found, and in the evening takes her sister to their sanctuary. Moana tells Simia about their ancestor Tatawasa. He dreamed of uniting many sea tribes, and now Moana wants to fulfill his wish. We see the demigod Maui meeting a mysterious sorceress named Matonji and asking her to open a portal to the island of Matu Fedu. However, the evil god Bernala does not want this. It turns out that Matonji is his assistant, so she takes Maui captive. The demigod tries to free himself and asks the local fish for help, but they are more interested in food than in saving him. Matonji hopes that Moana will come to rescue her friend and will also be captured by her. Meanwhile, a big party is taking place on Matu Nui to celebrate Moana's return. The islanders are having real dance battles. The father asks his daughter to become their new tatai. It is a great honor, but also a great responsibility. Soon the initiation ceremony begins. The elders drink from the cup of their ancestors and ask them to give them wisdom to follow the right path. When Moana takes a sip from the cup, she is suddenly transported back in time and sees Tatavisa. Her ancestor is sailing on a ship, but is caught in a storm. This is the work of the evil god Nala. Tataiwasa tells Moana the truth. It turns out that the sea peoples were connected to each other by the island of Matu Fedu, but it has been in the depths of the ocean for many centuries. Moana needs to bring Matu Fedu back from under the water. Otherwise, in the future, there will be no people left on Matu Nui. Moana comes to and tells what she saw. So, the island of Matu Fedu really existed, but then it simply disappeared. It was sunk under the water by the god Nala, because he wanted to achieve absolute power over mortals, weaken them, divide and destroy them. The islanders notice a huge comet in the sky. Moana calls it a wandering star and says she must follow it. Our heroine is drawn to the call of her ancestors, so her parents let their daughter go on a new dangerous journey. It is very hard for her to part with her beloved sister, but there is no other way out. Moana is supported by the ghost of her grandmother Tala. During the day, Moana says goodbye to the islanders, but soon realizes that swimming alone is a bad idea. She needs a good team. A piglet and a cockerel are clearly not enough. Moana invites her friend Loda to join her team, as she is a talented craftswoman. Moana also takes along a grumpy old man named Kelly and a strong guy named Moni. He is a historian, a strongman, and a big fan of the demigod Maui. Samia wants to go on the journey with her sister, but she is still too young. Moana promises the little girl that she will definitely return because the ocean is her best friend and it cannot harm her. Samia gives her sister a small starfish. The entire island sees Moana off. She hugs her family and sets the sails on her ship. Piglet and Rooster, of course, are also sailing with her. Moana realizes that she has not chosen the best team as Loda. Moni and Kelly almost fall overboard several times. Moana has to sing and dance to cheer up her comrades. Soon they join her, and life on the ship gradually improves. Loda is constantly repairing and improving something, although her efforts are not always successful. But the main thing is not to lose heart, but to continue singing and dancing. Alas, soon the fun has to stop, as their ship gets caught in a strong current and becomes uncontrollable. Moana tries to negotiate with the ocean and soon notices an island on the horizon. Is this the legendary Matafadu? Alas, it is not an island, but a huge pirate ship. Kakamuras are sailing on it. These are wild pirates that look like coconuts. Moana has met them before and knows that they are very dangerous. A rock appears nearby, resembling a monster with huge teeth. It soon becomes clear that this is a giant mollusk monster. Our heroine hides her comrades in the hold, and she tries to swim away from the pirate ship, but is captured by them. The pirates paralyze Moana and her crew with their darts, but upon learning of their important mission, they immediately realize that they are allies, not enemies. The fact is that because of the evil god Nala, the coconut pirates were cut off from their home island. They finally found their way back, but in the way there is a monster mollusk with huge teeth. Clever Lodo suggests using pirate darts against the mollusk, but first Moana and her comrades need to be freed from the paralyzing poison. To do this, the coconut pirates use a huge green teardrop. Its mucus works as an effective antidote. Moana grabs a harpoon coated with poison and uses it to paralyze the predatory mollusk. She is helped by one of the strongest pirates, while Moana and her crew miraculously survive. All our heroes, except Moana, end up inside the paralyzed mollusk and meet another monster there. Fortunately, they easily defeat this monster. They fall even deeper and meet the captive Maui. It seems that Matangi's lair was inside this shellfish. Moni is thrilled to meet her idol. Maui grabs his hook and is finally freed. Now he can transform again. Moana comes to and sees her little sister, who soon turns into a bat. Moana fights her off and hundreds of other bats. At that moment, Matangi appears before her. She looks like a hybrid of a human and a bat. Matangi admits that she does not really like serving the evil Nalo. According to her, she is also his prisoner and dreams of breaking free. Matangi sends Moana some interesting visions and helps our heroine escape and reunite with Maui and her friends. The Bat Lady does not know where Matafedu Island is, but she can open a portal to shorten their journey. Moana and her friends return to their ship. Now her crew has been replenished with 2 more sailors. This is the coconut pirate and, of course, Maui. The demigod warns his friend that she is in great danger. Matafedu Island is hidden in a cursed ocean in the middle of a monstrous storm. There is no way to return from there. No mortals can fight Nalo. They have no chance of winning. As night approaches, Moana's team encounters their first serious difficulties. They are attacked by a sea serpent. This monster was sent by Nalo. The serpent damages their ship and the men almost fall overboard. Maui does everything he can to protect his friends. Luckily, the rays of the morning sun scare the snake and it escapes. The problem is that during this battle, Moni disappears somewhere. But don't worry, Maui finds him and saves him. Our heroes are washed ashore on some uninhabited island. Moana finds her ancestor Tautao is on the shore of the Conway and falls into despair. Maui asks her friend not to give up and continue on her way. He sings a cheerful song for her, and our heroine soon begins to believe in herself again. Loda, Moni, and Keel repair Moana's ship, but Nala can sink it again at any moment. Our heroes come up with a cunning plan. When they sail into the very heart of the storm, Maui will raise the island of Matapechu, and Moana and her comrades must have time to touch it. Only then can the curse be lifted. Moana's crew sets out to sea again. Soon they really do get caught in a gigantic storm. Our heroine's ship conquers one wave after another, while Maui tries to lift the island of Matapechu with his magic hook. Alas, he is constantly distracted by saving Moana and her comrades, so he fails. Moana assures them that they can handle the storm on their own. With the help of Lot's new invention, they manage to turn their ship into a surfboard with a sail and avoid ending up on the ocean floor. Maui begins to lift the island of Matapechu with his huge hook. Seeing this, Nala strikes Maui with her lightning, and he instantly loses his powers as a demigod. Mai only manages to lift the island halfway. Moana screams in despair and drops the starfish her sister gave her into the water. She jumps after it and swims straight to the island of Matapechu. Our heroine manages to reach it and touch it. At that moment, the storm Nala falls upon her. Maui jumps into the sea after her and finds her body. He casts a special spell and calls upon Tatai Vasu and Mana's other ancestors. The ancient spirits revive Mana as a demigoddess. Plus, the brave girl gets a ranger tattoo and her paddle becomes magical. Maui regains his demigod powers, raises Matapechu to the surface, and reunites the people with the ocean. Our heroes have accomplished their mission. Now they can unite with other ocean peoples. It turns out that there are actually a lot of them. Mana returns home to Matuni at the head of a whole flotilla. The little family is very happy to see their sister. A big celebration is held in her honor. Different nations get to know each other and exchange experiences. Maui also joins in the fun. We learn that the evil Nala is going to punish the Matangi for betraying him. Soon, the crab monster Tamatoa joins him.